Hi, I'm Dr. Trites. If you're watching this video, it's likely you're struggling with a chronic health condition. Maybe you've already been diagnosed with an autoimmune or chronic condition, and you have one, and maybe you've taken a functional medicine approach, or maybe you're taking the conventional approach to everything, and are wondering if there's more that can be done to help you get along and feel better. As a functional medicine practitioner, I work with a lot of people who have autoimmune and chronic conditions, and I can tell you from personal experience, there is so much more that can be done to help you heal and improve your quality of life. In my office, we look at blood tests, we look at a physical exam, we look at what are you eating nutritionally, but when it comes to somebody who isn't responding on all the conventional approaches or even the alternative approaches, we take a look at something called your genetics. For instance, if you've been told that you're gluten sensitive, gluten sensitivity is actually genetic. Well, how bad is that? Do you need to be off gluten the rest of your life? Can you never ever touch it? Well, your genes will actually tell you what the level of sensitivity is. But let me tell you something about genes. Genes are protected by something called methylation. So when you have a gene, they transpose. Genes make proteins. And so if I have a gene, and we'll pretend these three fingers are a gene, and this is a potentially dangerous gene, as long as it's covered by something called a methyl group, it's safe. But there are triggers that come along. Too high, too low of blood sugar, poor gut health, stress, infections, exposures to metals, toxins, chemicals, prescriptions, hormone imbalances, food sensitivities. These methyl groups have the tendency to go away. Now we have exposure. If you have a good set of genes, the exposure means probably very limited risk. But if you have what's called heterozygous, meaning you got one bad gene from one parent, a good gene from a parent, the risk is about 30%. But what if you had two what's called mutated or bad genes from your parents? Now your risk goes up. So if there is 20 genes for gluten and you carry 19 of them and you have a blood sugar handling problem, the potential of you ever eating gluten again is probably slim to none. It really isn't a good idea. So we want to look at the entirety of what's going on in your body. In fact, we do this for what's called anti-aging and longevity. If we know what the prediction is going to be, we know what your lifestyle is, we know how you handle things, whether it's stress, life, environment, even food ingestion, and we can predict what's going on and protect you, meaning make your body methylate to protect the best we possibly can. That's what genetic testing should be. A lot of functional medicine or doctors just check one gene. One gene is just one cog. There are 25,000 genes that actually function in the human body and 60 that really run the methylation cycle. When we look at that, this thing called an MTHFR is only one gene on that whole MTHFR cycle. We want to look at all of it because first you need to make energy, and then you need to make blood supply, and then you need to have free radicals and free radical damage supported, and then you need to have the immune system with what's called vitamin D and your hormones in the proper balance before you even get to the MTHFR support. I hope that makes some sense to you because a lot of people who have gone and had an MTHFR testing and took the supplements for it actually felt worse. The reason for that is you didn't have the rest of your body functioning properly so that the support would work. I'm not saying that the support was the wrong support. What I'm saying is there were other mechanisms in play. So when we do genetic testing, we look at the whole picture to see what we can do to support you the best and get you the best result that we can have for your anti-aging and longevity. So right now you have a choice. You came looking for some answers and you found me. So you can continue with what you are currently doing, and in a year or two, hopefully you're better, but most likely if you're not following the cycle the way that it's set up to be, you're going to be worse. So if you do nothing, the roots that are driving that will still be there. So you have a choice. Work with me, and we can find out what the whole genetic picture is for your anti-aging and longevity. So I work with patients all over the United States. I currently have a practice in Dallas, and I see people online. So no matter where you are, if you can get online, you can meet with me. When we meet, I do what's called a root cause assessment. We look at everything that goes into your genetic profile. We look at your blood tests, if you have any current urine tests. And by the way, urine is a very good way to monitor what's going on with your genetic profile. So we will systematically identify what's going on and create a customized plan for you. So we will systematically identify what's triggering your genetic profile, good or bad, and create a customized plan for you to heal. So don't wait to have a better life. Don't wait for anti-aging and longevity just to magically show up. Work with me now and find out what we can do and learn how to heal. If you're ready to do this, I invite you, please schedule your 30-minute appointment with me now. If you still have questions on whether or not I can help you, I also offer a free 15-minute consultation with my assistant, and you can get all your questions answered on how we can work together. Click the link on this page and get started right now.